Hi, I brought a favorite book today. We went on vacation this summer and we went to Maine. And when I was there, I walked in a bookstore and I saw this one. I met a moose in Maine one day. And I thought, oh, that'll be perfect for a side of Grandma. So I'm so glad you joined us today. Let's read it and see about this story. This story is by Ed Shankman. I met a moose in Maine one day. Just how it happened, I can't say. I brushed my teeth. I combed my hair. And all at once, the moose was there. Oh my heavens, he just is right in his mirror. In Maine, as you know, the moose come and go. They relax in the streams. They make tracks in the snow. They live in the woods with the bear and the hare. And whatever they're doing, they do it out there. Yeah, so how did he get in his house? That is why, in this case, something seemed out of place. To be here with the moose in my house, face to face. He's a pretty big guy. The moose was so big, so wide, and so tall, I was not sure at all he could squeeze through the hall. He tried to be small, and he made sure to crawl, but those antlers of his still left marks on the wall. Look, he's walking by, and he's trying to be quiet. I don't mean to suggest that the beast was a pest. In fact, I felt blessed just to have such a guest, 'cause by any measure, this moose was a treasure. His smile was charming, his manners a pleasure. Well, isn't that nice? We shared a few laughs, we talked quite a lot, and he told me some things that I never forgot. Then we played hide and seek, but it was no use. It seems this is not the best game for a moose. How's he going to hide? He can't hide behind the light. No, he's too big. And then after that, we decided to race. But a moose, when he runs, needs a great deal of space. He smashed every bottle and jar in the place, and the napkins I had were too small for his face. He's trying to clean up. So I took him outside and we walked for a while until we reached town, which is more than a mile. If you want to meet friends and you need an excuse, I suggest that you walk into town with a moose. All the people we pass stop to give their regards. They lean from their windows. They wave from their yards. Old men on their porches seemed very impressed that a neighbor of theirs had a moose for a guest. They're just walking and talking. At the general store, people's chins hit the floor when the moose and I casually walked through the door. They weren't expecting it, were they? Look at that surprise. I bought a few things that a moose never buys, because everyone knows a moose loves a surprise. I bought him some fudge and a lumberjack's hat and some great maple syrup, and boy, he liked that. 'Cause you know maple syrup's the best thing by far that anyone's ever put in a jar. And the hat, I must say, was precisely his size, in a blue that I thought really brought out his eyes. At night we went dancing. We really let loose, and there's nothing quite like letting loose with a moose. We did a few things that a moose rarely does, and if that sounds exciting, believe me, it was. Here they're playing pool. Well, he's tall enough, but he's going to have trouble. He doesn't even reach the top of the table. But this was just one little village in Maine. There were many to see, so we hopped on a plane. From Auburn to Belfast, from Friendship to Lee, that moose and I saw every sight we could see. We walked every walk, and we viewed every view. And the moose I met took me back to Walgoo. In Camden, a lot of us got on a yacht. We docked before dark in a beautiful spot. We saw fish having fun. We watched seals eating meals. We met lobsters and others and eagles and eels. Look at that whole group sitting on the dock. In Bangor, we claimed on a raft made of logs, and we floated down river with beavers and frogs. We hopped and we jumped and we rocked and we rolled as we rushed through the rapids like loggers of old. We stopped off in Portland one beautiful day to eat a fine lunch at an outdoor cafe. We ordered the salmon with blueberry juice, and there's no better juice you can drink with a moose. We left room for dessert because we heard that they make the world's best selection of chocolate mousse cake. When we'd had all our fun and our travel was done, we stopped by the roadside and stood in the sun. I think we were somewhere near Smithfield or Rome when the moose I met said, "It was time to go home." He gave me a wink and I gave him a smile, and we hugged and we said our goodbyes for a while. Then we went on his way, but he made sure to say that he knew he would come back and see me one day. Now I know that my story may sound out of whack. Even I find it hard to believe looking back. But it wasn't a dream and it wasn't pretend. I did meet a moose, and that moose is my friend. If you live in Maine, some of the places they visited are cities in your state. So this is a special book for all the friends in Maine. If you enjoyed it, you can comment or even subscribe to A Side of Grandma. Come back again soon. This is Mimi. Good night for now.